Alright, so now that the the Dark Side clones are out of the way, we can get some new, fun other characters coming to the game. And so the first one of those would be Temple Guard. Temple Guard is going to be, I think, the final requirement for the new Mace Windu, which also requires all those Dark Side Bad Batch, but regardless. So anyways, this is going to be the kit reveal. I've already done a Developers Insights video, so if you want to listen to that one, it's uploaded right before this, and if not, I get it. Kit reveal is more interesting anyways. So with that, let's just get into it. Alright, starting off, we have the basic. It's called Unbroken Blade. So it looks like it's just a spin move, and then you just kind of do one hit. So it's like an Anakin show-off thing. It's kind of pointless, and then you do a little bit of damage. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict defense down for 2 turns. Once per turn, if it is Jedi Guard's turn and he is taunting, attack again, which can't be countered. And if the target enemy has defense down, attack again, which can't be countered. That's cool, so at least you're not going to miss. You have to have those stipulations met, but hey, 3 attacks. Does it do, you know how sometimes it's like, dealing 50% less damage. Is there any less damage on these, or is it like the same damage straight across? So that's pretty cool if it's like 3 real hits. I mean, at the same time, this is a Jedi Vanguard tank, and the only one I can think of off the top of my head that we currently have that meets those is Jedi Knight Guardian, and she sucks. So who knows, maybe 3 hits isn't going to be anything too special, but hopefully that'd be cool. Special 1, Fear Leads to Anger. Cooldown of 3, unlock tier 3. Kind of looks like a cool move. It's a little spin move, and then boom, throw that blade out. The cool move, does it actually do any cool damage, or does it just look cool? Let's see. Deal physical damage to all enemies and ability block them for 1 turn. For each enemy ability block, Jedi allies recover 5% health protection. Jedi Vanguard allies recover double that amount. Okay. So if you had 5 enemies on the other side and they all get ability block, then you're looking at 25% health and protection recovery and 50% for Jedi Vanguard. It's not bad. Actually, it's Jedi Vanguard allies. So if you put Jedi, what's this, Temple Guard, on a full Jedi Vanguard team, which I would assume you probably would want to, because from what I also understand, the new Mace is going to be Jedi Vanguard, and he's probably going to have a leader ability, so it'll just kind of enhance all these Jedi Vanguard characters. So yeah, they'd all gain a 50% health in protection recovery. That's not bad. I mean, granted, it's pursuant to, you know, landing all these ability blocks, but hey, it's kind of a pretty decent heal. Stoic Determination. Cooldown 3. Alright, so this move kind of looks like a standard, like, makes me think of, like, I don't know, so those guards at, like, a castle or something. Just blocking the way. This looks like it gives you buffs, because watch what happens to Jedi Consular. Ready? Whoop. Oh wait, that happens to the Jedi Guard. Temple Guard, I mean. So never mind, let's see what it does. Final text. Temple Guard gains critical avoidance up and taunt for 2 turns. And another target light side ally stealths for 3 turns. Remove 20% turn meter from all enemies. It says and another target light side. So you choose the target, or I guess so. It doesn't say random target. So that's good. And what do they get? They get stealth for 3 turns. Okay. Stealth's kind of stupid, but it's like a reverse taunt. Makes it so that then all the other characters are attackable, but you're not. But I guess that's good. If somebody's like dying, then you can put them under stealth. Now they're kind of safe, unless there's like AoE moves that come out of nowhere. Otherwise, they're kind of safe, and then yeah. Then you can end up doing this move and healing them up, and then you're back in business. Alright, unique 1. Patience is a virtue. It has a Zeta and an Omicron. So now, in the Developers Insights, we learned that there was some inspiration from when Grand Inquisitor was a Temple Guard, and so that's why this character has patience, just like all the Inquisitors do. So anyhow, final text. Temple Guard has plus 10% critical avoidance and defense. For each relic amplifier level, Temple Guard gains an additional 5% critical avoidance and 10% defense. These values are doubled when Temple Guard has critical avoidance up. That's weird. So So what? That's goofy. That's a goofy mechanic. So the regular is per amplifier level, so you could get up to like 90% defense and 45% critical avoidance if you're at Relic 9. But then if Temple Guard has critical avoidance up, then it becomes 180% defense and 90 critical avoidance. It's kind of goofy why why it fluctuates like that, how it can vary. I don't know, whatever. At the start of battle, if all allies are Galactic Republic Jedi, Temple Guard gains taunt for 1 turn, and if all allies are Jedi Vanguard, all allies gain protection up 40% for the rest of the encounter, which persists through defeat and can't be dispelled or prevented. The first time each other Jedi Vanguard ally loses all their protection, Temple Guard taunts and gains critical avoidance up for 2 turns. So just losing their protection he'll taunt? It's not bad. Usually it's like, you know, it gets down to X% health, then it'll taunt. This is, you lose your protection? That seems very early to be taunting, but alright. Now the Omicron portion. While in Grand Arena, that's good. And there are no allied GLs. Galactic Republic Jedi gain plus 50% defense, offense, and potency. If all allies are Jedi Vanguard, these values are doubled. Oh, so you're getting plus 100%. That's not bad. Jedi Vanguard suck, though. So yeah, you're getting a plus 100%, basically doubling your defense, offense, and potency, but that still doesn't make you good. But I guess it helps a little. Anyways, at the start of the battle, if all allies are Galactic Republic Jedi, Temple Guard gains critical avoidance up for 2 turns and inflicts captive on the weakest enemy, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, prevented, or resisted until the start of Temple Guard's 2nd turn. And, just in case you're unfamiliar with what captive is, they actually told us in the fake little facts section. It says, what is captive? Captive on characters is your speed is set to 0, and you can't gain bonus attack or bonus turn meter. But if it's on a raid boss, then that raid boss gets minus 30% critical damage, defense, and offense. Which is nice that they put it up there at least, because per usual, they're talking about mechanics that maybe not everybody's super familiar with. I know I wouldn't be if it wasn't for that. I wouldn't know what captive does. Anyhow, so now that we got that out of the way, let's see what the community thinks. Are there any comments? There they are. Thanks so much, dickbag. First thing I'm wailing on ever in this game. Love the nods to so much. Love the reference in the title. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Are we getting a silver snake tag soon? Beautiful. They gave him a fresh look. It isn't the 2015 model. Simple and fitting kit with a bit of flexibility as well as the Galactic Republic Jedi teams. Fair play, CG. I fully expected a raid on me for this character. At this point, I don't know if anyone will get a raid one. It's kind of random. Why do you want a raid Omicron for? Don't we have a raid Omicron? Oh well. I guess not. What was I thinking of that there's just one of? Oh, I was thinking Conquest. Never mind. Yeah, Galactic Republic. That's Padawan. Padawan Obi-Wan. He's got a Conquest Omicron. Anyways, I like it. Temple Guard seems pretty cool. Love this dude so much. Perfect for Jedi Master Kenobi. While we wait for Jedi Mace Windu, Jedi Master Windu. Looks great. Love the reference to the Grand Inquisitor. I'm only disappointed we won't be getting Agen Kolar and Saesee Tiin. How do you know? Just because they're releasing this character doesn't mean that we might not get them. For the basic, if the enemy has defense down but Temple Guard isn't taunting, does he still get the second attack? Or is taunt required for both the second and third attack? Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, do those trigger one another? Like you need to have the second thing active in order to get the third bonus? Or are those just, individual, independent variables instead of dependent variables? Do they just trigger as long as the requirements are met? Didn't even think of that. That is a decent question. Since he's called Temple Guard instead of Jedi Temple Guard, Will the current NPC JTG model profile on the kit stay the same? Wow, this guy basically has a 2025 version of Jedi Knight Guardian's current ability kit. Not flashy, but it will get the job done. Jedi Knight Guardian sucks. What are you talking about? Get the job done. Also, a team-wide protection up. Will you never give us a place to use Luminara? You know, that is kind of funny because Luminara was good back in the day. And then they started to introduce all kinds of way better characters and everything, and now she's just falling through the cracks. But she does have an Omicron that does sound decent, and I always forget about it because I'm like, it's just Luminara, she sucks. But that's the other thing too. This person's probably talking exactly about that because Luminara's Omicron gets kind of negated when they create kits that are almost better than what she could offer. So it's like, why would you use her if you can use this? I don't know off the top of my head, so I don't really know how to compare it right now. But based on this comment, I'm just assuming that, you know, a team-wide protection up is probably either A, something that Luminara's Omicron offers, so this is almost like negating it, like if you played her in the same team. You wouldn't even need to play her, actually, you know, because he can offer these the same boost or something. You know, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but I'm just saying. I see where they're coming from. Yeah, Luminara, I always forget about her, though. I should look into that. What is her thing for? I think it's for Territory Wars. I don't know. Anyways, there it was. Kit reveal for Temple Guard. I like this move right here. This is cool. Looks really cool. It's probably a piece of crap, though, when you actually do it. But it looks cool, at least. Too bad it doesn't actually look like that in game either. When you play, it's just kind of just generic looking. But this little GIF here is cool. Anyways, that's all I got for now. So thanks for checking this out with me. And until next time, I said see ya.